Hi, this is Kevin from the RCS Office of E-Learning, bringing you this month's Canvas Focus video. Last month, we introduced the idea of how you can start putting content or information on your course pages for your students. Chances are that took the form of mostly text, so the information that you needed them to know. But we really this month want to give you an opportunity and challenge you to start using images as much as possible. These images can be used to act as headers, buttons, or the actual content itself that you need them to learn. So we're going to use this time as kind of some an opportunity to work on this with a few examples. If you haven't done so already, I would highly recommend you create what's called a sandbox course. Easiest way to do that, from your dashboard on the right-hand side over here, you can see a link that says Start New Course. And we'll just call it, I'm just going to call it KS Sandbox because I've got a couple of other sandboxes. I'm going to leave it private copyrighted, and I don't want to leave it make it publicly visible. So the sandbox, whole idea behind it, just to review, is that it's a no-harm environment where you can try things out before you actually put them in your actual courses. Now, some of you have chosen to go ahead and do this kind of work in your courses themselves, and that's okay too. That's okay too, since it models for our students that we are learning. But really, a course itself is blank. It's empty until we put things in it. So what are some things we could put in it? Well, we need pages. We need actual content that our students can look at, refer to. It's what conveys the message to them. So if I just go right here over to pages, it's actually grayed out right now because I don't have any pages. If you click on that and then you click new page, we'll just call this home page. So you can obviously, this is where you put your text in. You can embed some video. You can actually even do recording a video of yourself, your students. You can put tables in. We've gone over the rich content editor in previous modules. But I want to get some images on here. Images could be something that you already have locally stored on your computer or your iPad. It could be something that you've downloaded from the internet and you've ensured that it's acceptable use, which means that it's not copyrighted, because we want to make sure that we are exhibiting best practice for utilizing somebody else's work. But there's a couple of what are called third-party websites that I use to create images. One is called Canva. It's canva.com, and the other is called PicMonkey. And these are really very simple to create very attractive images. So when you go to Canva, I recommend creating an account. That way your work is saved, and I'll show you why that's important. If I wanted to create an image that's maybe square in shape, don't worry too much about the size, because you can resize it once you get into bring it into Canvas. You can bring in some of their templates as starting points if you want, and edit the text and things like that. Or if you want to, you can just go into background and you can bring in your own background images. We've actually got some icons on there too. So I'm actually going to refresh this, go to another blank page. If you wanted to, you could go to Elements and you could go Free Photos, and you're going to find all kinds of professionally taken images that are free to use without necessarily having to give copyright attribution for it. So if I wanted this to be, an icon in my class, and I wanted to put some text in there, I click Text, and there's a couple of different free-to-use templates. And I'm just going to put right here, weekly, just weekly work. So maybe you wanted this to act as a header, or maybe even a link to another page that's going to have maybe some of their weekly assignments on it. After you create the image, you just hit download up here. The file type recommended is PNG. That stands for Portable Network Graphic. It just goes from program to program very easily if you're going to be moving images on and off of websites. So you're going to download it. It's going to download it onto your computer. And I'm going to, at this point, go back over to my sandbox. Now, in Chrome, this is really simple because all of your downloads appear at the bottom of the screen. One of the rules of thumb with images in Canvas is that if the image does not exist in Canvas, you can't put it on your page. So you have to get the image into Canvas first. Easiest way to do that, if I'm on a page, this over here is called your content pane. You'll get to know that pretty well because it's a way that you can bring in things to your pages. It's extremely efficient. But one of my tabs here is images. I click that. I can upload a new image, and it'll, of course, give you the choose file option. If you can remember where you downloaded it to, you can search for it that way. But one of the nice tricks that I've learned is that if you, especially in Chrome, if you grab the file from the download bar on the bottom and drag it to where it says choose file, it will attach it. Then you hit upload, then it will drop the image into your page. From there, you can resize it. You can center it. So there's lots of things you can do with it once it's there. So this could either be used as a header, or if I wanted it to link to a website, I could click on it and then use the link button up top. One of the other things that you can do is link it to, if I had other pages within my course, once I click on the image, I could actually just link it to a new page if I haven't created it with yet. It'll create a link to a new page that I can go and type my content in. This is the part that takes a little bit of time to really understand, but that's how you get images in. The image has to be uploaded into the course, and then it gets inserted in. PicMonkey is another site that I use. You can create an account, but I use this for really quick design ideas. So if I want to hit design, and I can go to my backgrounds, and let's just say I want a chalkboard background. That's one of the options that I have. A nice green chalkboard, and I'm going to take my, I guess it helps if you actually hit apply. Okay, right there, apply. It's been a couple days since I've used it. I'm going to go to text, and I'm actually going to find a, I don't know, that's a kind of a neat one that I can't read very well. So you choose the text font you want, add text, and I could put announcements. Oops, yeah, click in the box there, sorry. Announcements. And I want to go ahead and highlight that. I'm going to change my color to white. And I want to make it much bigger. And if you need to make the box bigger to let the text in, you can. So real simple. If I'm doing mostly just, if I just want text, I use PicMonkey a lot because I can just do the background. And then again, once you're done with it, you hit save, and it will save it. I'm going to hit save to my computer. You could tell if you have a folder. I'm really bad at putting stuff on my desktop because I tell myself, oh, it's a great place to store stuff. I'll just get rid of it when I'm done. The next thing you know, I get a nice full desktop. Go back over to my sandbox course. I just find a new place on the page. I go to images. I want to upload a new image. Choose file. It is on my desktop, and actually it's right there. It's saved. PicMonkey, open, upload, and now I have this image on my page as well. So a couple things. You want to make sure that you save your work. You don't have to publish your work right away. You can kind of save it in draft form, and then once you're ready to publish it out for your students to view, you just simply hit the publish button there. Then they'll have access to it. If all of this is pretty overwhelming, the idea of creating content and creating images, I want to encourage you to check out the Commons. If you go to Commons, which is basically a content repository where you can find images, entire courses, modules, assignments, and if you search for template, there are a dozen or so actual course templates that are already created by Canvas for you to get you started. So if I was to choose like the middle school math one, for example, there isn't a preview option of sorts. What you actually need to do is do what's called importing it into your course. So the way you do that is you find the course that you want to bring it into. In this case, I'm going to do my sandbox course, and I'm going to click import into course. It says it's started. It might take a while. I've never seen it take more than 30 seconds or so. It just depends on how much content's in there. Most of it is accessible and is available right away. I'm going to click courses. I'm going to go back. Actually, I didn't add it to my course dashboard yet. So courses, all courses. There's my sandbox. And you can see now that a lot of information is now on my page. This is designed to be a starter. You can go in and customize it by putting your picture in, your name, your email address, the school logo, the name of the course. This is just one example of a template. They have them for elementary, all content areas, and all grade levels. That's a great way to kind of get started as well. So hopefully you use one of these to start bringing your course to life. And the biggest thing, it's the hardest thing, but the biggest thing that you need to take away from this is your Canvas course is never finished. It's constantly evolving. You're constantly improving it. There's no right or wrong with it. It's really good, better, and best. And we want to do the best we can for our students. It takes time, but hopefully some of these things I showed you today will help you as you start developing your course to make it as engaging as it can be for your students. If you would like some support, please contact our office. Elementary can contact Joni Sullivan. Intermediate and secondary, contact Tim Arnold, or you can contact me, Kevin Chamel, and we would love to sit down with you and partner with you to help you design your course so that it's as high level as it can be for your students, and not as overwhelming of a process for you. So please, this is what we're here for. Utilize us, send us an email, and we'd be glad to work with you. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.